Can you make it longer?
No.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Breen Connection.
The Breen Connection.
A semi-bi-monthly annual news source for all things that no one wanted to know about Neil Breen and his upcoming films.
Masterpieces.
As you know, I'm Corey, creator, co-anchor, and editor of the show.
I'm Isaac Johnson, the cool, down-to-earth co-creator and the one with the stones to say what's on my mind.
And I'm Nick Von Butts. I'm not wearing a pants, Sheila. They don't even fit me, all right? I'll tell you who they do fit. I know all about Jimmy from accounting.
And today we've got some exciting news regarding Neil Breen's upcoming film. The title has just been announced.
Twister Pair.
Twisted Pair.
What the heck is wrong with you?
Speaking of which, Sheila, you're really twisting my...
But that's not the only news that we've got regarding Twisted Pair today.
Wait, really? There's more?
The official trailer for Twisted Pair has just dropped.
Oh. You didn't tell us that.
Well, of course not, Isaac. If you guys knew that there was a trailer for the new Neil Breen film, you would have watched it before we had a chance to do our trailer reaction.
Fair point.
Yeah, the only thing that gets me hard anymore is Neil Breen.
Let's go watch the new trailer. Stop. All right, here we go now.
Come on, baby. What is this?
You're gonna miss it.
Bear the tree.
Neil Breen. Bring it on.
The man.
What you got for me, Breen?
Oh, man.
My name is Cade.
There's a face.
I
Look at
have an
that.
identical
There's two
twin
Breens.
brother, Kim.
Breen Square.
Even
It all
better.
changed. There was a bright light in the sky and time stood still. We were both selected.
Selected for what?
That means something. They got the shirts in different ways.
Look at that, he's got the eagle.
Of nature.
Oh,
He's one with the earth.
Oh!
Look at the effects!
Programmable virtual reality.
Look at that.
what?
Look at that thing.
Programmable virtual.
No way.
It's corrupt.
Oh.
Is that the villain? Is it AI? Is it VR?
Limitless digital universe.
Technology.
Connecting all shared
He's a
virtual
doctor.
Here, look at him.
Dang.
digital
Looks real.
You
tribes.
did it.
I miss what I never knew. I'll take you out to dinner.
Leave me alone. I have a boyfriend.
Let's have
That's my
let's have a
thing.
drink.
Leave me
Let's
alone.
have a drink.
Leave me alone.
Love
I have a
interest
boyfriend.
calling you.
Love interest, definitely.
Heartbreak.
She's gonna
I
love
miss my brother.
Oh,
I'm with you.
that's touching.
That's why it took so long, because he had to grow out the beard.
Programmable matter.
That's
Programmable
Coos'
matter.
biological mutant
There's
warfare
coos. Someone coos.
must
could be the villain.
stopped.
yeah, it's gotta be stopped.
Yep.
You tell him, Neil Breen.
Preach it.
Who am I?
Oh my gosh.
What am I?
Wow.
Oh, identity crisis.
Killer? With
She's asking
unidentifiable
deep
DNA?
questions.
Unidentifiable DNA. Robots.
Oh,
You did it again! Yeah, baby, come on.
Oh, Breen's brother.
Look, that guy's in. Oh my God.
Oh.
You can see the pain in his eyes. Oh, baby. This is a
no.
perfect. You gotta do it again. You better do it
It's a
again.
bad
Come on.
situation.
Explosions are coming.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
Yeah, there it is again, baby.
Nice.
Super jump. What's he looking at? Wait,
It looks
wait.
like he's
Where's he
actually
gonna
there.
go? He's trapped. Oh! There he is.
In AI, fright and
This is
interest
gorgeous. Look
are
at
not
that.
far from each other.
That shot. That's the love
Things can
interest.
become
There it
real
is.
in your mind
That is her.
Look at that romantic
Trust.
fire.
completely, and you believe things.
Hey!
Hey!
No.
Wait,
Me too.
something happened. Something happened.
Uh-oh.
Justice.
It's coming.
Is
What is
served.
this?
Justice is served. That's
I'm standing still. Oh my God.
Yes.
Do it again. Do it again. Come on, baby. You know what I need. You know what I need, Neil Breen. Let's see it. What do you got? What do you got?
Oh, you got out.
That looks
Yeah.
Oh,
wait.
yeah.
That looks like the place from the other movie where that one chick worked. She got fired.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same building.
This is where we bring you all to rot and die.
The chains. They got chains on them.
Oh my gosh.
Corrupt politicians. They deserve it. Every
That's
single one
the
of them.
politicians. You're right. There's a love interest.
We will live in a virtual metaverse.
Wow.
A
He's got
virtual
the leather jacket. Sorry. It's got the leather jacket.
Oh my god.
It's just.
Stop posing, Neil Breen!
I'm sorry, man.
Every day.
Look at him.
It looks like he's actually there. Look at him.
He's rising up. You see that?
Everyone has the right to love
Yes.
Yeah.
and peace.
Yeah.
I like
He's
this
right.
man.
Breen's right.
I'll be right here.
So good.
You're right here, Neil.
Neil.
Right here. It's the whole world.
Yes.
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 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10.
Wow. That was so great. I'm shaking
That
right
was
now. Look at
cool.
that. I'm shaking.
So, is it time for us to look at the trailer now and make theories about some of the clips in it?
No, Nick.
Oh.
It's time to analyze and theorize about every clip from the trailer. One of the things that I thought was really interesting was the beginning of the trailer had this kind of otherworldly feeling, kind of like at the beginning of I Am Here. Now, when it had Neil Breen in the other world before he came down to save humanity. And then the thing that just really got to me was the fact that there was the bright light, which is simulating the Big Bang that Neil Breen started all of humanity with. It was just a really nice nod to, the creator of our universe.
The creator of these movies, and by extension, the creator of all life, Neil Breen.
It's literally what I just said.
And I really gotta hand it to our dear friend, Mr. Breen, with every bit of cinematic masterpiece he's doing. He manages to turn my half mast to a full mast within the first 5 seconds of footage. Those special effects, let me tell you, they got people zooming through the air. They got light bulbs right here. They got a big purple forest with more light bulbs in it. I couldn't even comprehend half of it. It was fantastic.
And plus, you really believe that there are two Neil Breens on the screen at the same time. It's just so uncanny.
And that beard too, let's talk about the beard and the mustache. I thought he grew it out. I had to look it up and I found out they were fake. I personally had no idea.
This is also a touching homage to the original Star Trek episode Mirror Mirror, where the Enterprise went to an alternate dimension and Spock got switched around and Spock came back with a beard similar to the one Neil Breen has.
And the idea of programmable virtual reality and matter ties in with the AI character from Pass Through.
And it's also corrupt. And there was a ton of corruption going on and I Am Here now. I'm not saying anything, but it could be related.
So you said that a little too fast.
I'm not taking the pause.
And I just love the way that Neil Breen is just subtly placing these modern day events and stuff into his movies. Like the scene where he's trying to ask out that woman. And she's just standing her ground saying, no, I have a boyfriend, get away from me. She's a real progressive Me Too woman.
Just like us.
Amen.
Yeah, and Sheila, you could take some notes, You don't gotta say yes to every Joe Schmo. If you guys don't mind, I want to get back on the special effecting for a second, because they had a lot of really good ones in there. Specifically, I want to talk about Speedy Caveman. How was it done? Throughout the whole trailer, Keith is speeding through left and right. He's on top of a building, jumping down the ground. He's on the ground, jumping up on a building.
Missing explosions by
jumping up and down.
Just barely.
Darn.
I think he might even place some of those. But my thing is, how did they even do that? Because he's up there 1 second, and he jumps on down the next second. I think personally, they got a body double.
I had to be
from
the only
him.
thing.
But that or maybe he's just naturally really fast.
That might be it too.
It could just be that Neil Breen's really fast. That would explain the.
And the fact that Kale just is wearing all black, it just emphasizes the fact that he's the evil twin. He's incorporating all the negative aspects from Neil Breen.
In his clothing.
Yeah. Which also might tie in to the black, suit and pants that we've seen in Double Down and Fateful Findings.
If you look at Kyle too, he's wearing a hoodie, and that makes him look really cool. So like, you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So you see how it connects?
I believe.
The Breen Connection.
See, look back here. I'll show you back here.
Okay.
This franchise starts here, went this way, now back here.
Just make sure you don't forget to edit a thing on the green screen.
Well, you have to edit something onto it?
So the fact that his character in this movie is AI links him to his characters in Pass Through and I Am Here.
Now.
His line in this trailer, "Things can become real in your mind," alludes to his heroin trip in the movie Pass Through.
Okay.
It can still be happening in this movie.
And that ties into my theory as well, because remember what I said about the sweatshirt, how he looks real cool, right?
Yeah.
Well, so he visualizes the tiger, the heroin tiger, when he's on the heroin. So like, the heroin tiger could be a physical embodiment of his brother and how he misses him. He could see his brother as this fierce tiger, this big, sexy cat. It's all real nice and meaty, you know what I'm saying? The point I was getting at with the heroin thing was that could be his brother, but furthermore, when it comes to the trailer, they mention also living in a virtual world. That could also be an explanation for everything, like the heroin thing, anything. It could be either a heroin trip, or it could even possibly be that everything's just in this virtual VR AI world where everything's just kind of different. You can make it all up. Like, it might not even be real.
And at the very end of the trailer, he has this really sweet, touching homage to E.T., where he just practically does the same thing. Glowing fingers on his heart, the same lines.
I'll be right
here.
I mean, some people might see that as blatantly ripping it off, but it's a loving homage. Like, grow up.
Alright, now before we end this off, I got one pressing thing that I'm really jonesing on, and I want to get it out there. We got Neil Breen with an identical twin. We got him having a brother that he's trying to search after, and I have a lot of notes here. If you see, he says things like, "I miss what I never knew. I miss my brother." What if his brother is the thing he never knew? What if Neil Breen never even had a brother to begin with? What if Kale and Cade, what if Cade's the only real one and Kale's a full-on robot? And what if the whole time he was fake and neither of them know it? What if Kale thinks that he's a real person and Cade has fake memories in his head? And at the one point, Kale's asking things like, "Who am I? What am I?" And they mentioned something about a killer with DNA that they can't even trace. What if that's a full-on robot and it's Kale the whole time? We see Kale killing people. Those people looked like suits in a room talking about him killing people. It's possible that could have been their guys. Overall, I think he never had a brother.
You're going off script. Going off character.
Where'd you get that?
Huh? Well, now that we've dissected and analyzed the trailer, there's just one more thing to talk about before we're done on today's episode. Where do you guys think that Twisted Pair is going to fit inside this grand scheme of the Neil Breen cinematic universe?
Personally, Corey, I think this is all still part of his heroin trip from Pass Through.
No, I'm actually gonna have to completely disagree. I think this is too perfect to not be real. It explains so many things that happen right between Double Dare and what's the third one? Double Kill and Pass Through. Because those two, in between those two movies, he goes from regular human being to AI hybrid. In this movie, the plot's literally him becoming AI hybrid. This is going right smack dab in the middle.
Mm-hmm. I do agree with that. That's one of like the ones I'm thinking about. I do have another theory though, that it might go between Pass Through and I Am Here.
Now.
God. at the end of Pass Through, Neil Breen gets descended into heaven and then comes back in I Am Here.
Now.
As a robotic Jesus. So I feel like Twisted Pair might be the link between how he became just an AI and became our savior robot Jesus.
Stop doing a now bit or I'm gonna twist your pair.
So before we end, our lawyer asked us to clarify that these are just theories and not necessarily factual.
Well, that's gonna do it for this edition of the Breen Connection. Join us next time when we continue talking about this marvelous Breenius of a man.
Yeah, no, if I could chime in, one more thing here. I really don't want the government to see this, because I feel like they're gonna take us down when they realize we took all the good Breen theories.
Yeah.
I got a little scared last time, because the last one got to like 240 views.
It's
so
one of the best videos on the channel.
Yeah, but if we could tone that down a bit next time, maybe keep it under 150. If it could be under 100,
Yeah, that'd be
great.
ideal.
I just
Max
really don't want
150.
too many people seeing this. This is for the hardcore Breeners out there. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anyone else seeing it. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, Jesus, take me home. No. Don't forget to clean your assholes, children.
What the freak, man?
What?